Hello and welcome to Fast Effect. It is good to be back, bringing you pre-modern action from ELD's Time Vault games. Tom on White Weenie versus Melvin on Machine Head. We will see how this goes. Immediately with a duress, Tom reveals a hand, loses a Seal of Cleansing, which probably wouldn't have been great in this matchup anyways. And Melvin sees a handful of problems. We got Pro Red and Pro Black and a Mother of Runes. 4 of those cards having protection from Melvin's deck. Machine Head being a black-red concoction, mostly just looking to disrupt your opponent, get them hellbent, and beat them down with whatever threats you have on board. Interestingly enough, Tainted Peak, one of the better dual lands in the format. This black-red deck gets to run that, having plenty of swamps. You're not likely to be in a situation where Tainted Peak isn't going to be both black and red mana on demand. And this second duress does whiff, as expected. I mean, Tom only had one card in hand that could be taken with duress the first go around. And now Ravenous Rats is going to take out a card, trade 1 for 1, but it's just a 1/1 body that cannot aid in the defense. While these are 2/1s, they have Shadow. If they didn't have Shadow, this would be a fantastic 2-for-1 setup. Go ahead and block those guys all day long. Instead, both Mishra's Factory and Ravenous Rats are just going to have to sit by as Soltari Monk and Soltari Priest just get in there. Pro Red and Pro Black on board. Here we go, 4 mana. And this is going to be for a Blazing Spectre. Cards in the slideshow for those getting into Pre-Modern. Even if you play Pre-Modern, some of these are fairly deep cuts. This game just moving right along. Flying, haste. Discard a card. Not at random, though. Not like Hypnotic Spectre. Does have haste. But that face down card is going to be an Exalted Angel. We'll see if it actually ends up turning up this game. 4 damage coming in. And Tom just winning the race, unfortunately, for Melvin. Hypnotic Spectre adds to the presence. And it's just going to be hard to stabilize versus these shadow creatures. Without Shadow, you can't block them. Now, they only have protection from half of Melvin's deck, so if he draws a Lightning Bolt, that can at least kill the Monk. Black removal will be able to take out the Priest. But Melvin just turning everything sideways, hoping to somehow out-tempo the situation, but it looks like he is dead on the crackback, and he does not have lethal on board. Factory is going to trade? No. Oh, there's some removal. Interesting. May have been some inaccuracy there at the end. I do this in one take, so I'm not actually going to go back and take the time to figure that out. You can rewatch it. Let us know in the comments. We can crowdsource that. It looks to me like that removal should have been played pre-blockers. Once it blocks, removing it isn't going to stop the damage from coming through. I guess maybe you have to trade there and then use your removal to take out one of those shadow creatures and stay alive. I mean, there was 6 damage on board, and you're at 6 health. Let's see if we can figure that out in the comments. I am mostly bringing you these kind of unedited, raw videos of tournament play. There's going to be mistakes that we can learn from. There's going to be excellent plays that you may have never seen before, especially as the tournament goes on. Very tough rooms. This had 24 players, I believe, on a holiday weekend here in October. So a very solid turnout, given it was a holiday weekend. I'd love to see the next one be a totally full house. That's going to be the weekend before Eternal Weekend. I think it's November 16th, but go ahead and check our website for the calendar. It was originally going to be the 9th, but Great Stories is having their quarterly there, and happy to move to make sure that people don't have to make any tough choices about where to play. Pre-Modern, it is a small, tight community. I think it's definitely best for stores to cooperate. All right, hopping in here to game 2. Melvin will have the option. He has his work cut out for him. This has got to be a nightmare matchup for him. Creatures with protection from red and black all over the place. Mother of Runes. If he doesn't have an answer for this right now, this could be a huge problem. And he does. I didn't actually catch what that was. Let us, again, know in the comments. Might have been a Diabolic Edict. Saltari Monk. And a Ritualed out Hypnotic Spectre. And a Grim Lavamancer. That's a board presence right there. This is going to threaten to really limit Tom's options incredibly fast. And Tom actually plays a face down into Grim Lavamancer. If that is an Exalted Angel, man, that is super dangerous. This game is looking somewhat balanced. Grim Lavamancer takes out the priest, or the monk, I should say. Oh, and it's an Exalted Angel. Oh, no. Talk about a punish. That is devastating. I mean, I can't think of what other morph creature might be in Tom's deck. I haven't really seriously looked at a white weenie list, but I would just assume that it's going to be Exalted Angel. That is a worst case scenario. Oh, but he's got removal for it. All right. Melvin's back in this game. He's got a Hippie online and a Grim Lavamancer on the ground. His life total, though, is very low thanks to these factories. True Believer. So 6 damage on Tom's side of the board. This Sulphurous Spring done a bunch of damage. It's no Tainted Peak, I'll tell you that. Another Silver Knight. He just really doesn't have the cards in the graveyard right now to make the Grim Lavamancer as good as it could be. Savannah Lion's getting out of there. But he's still dead on board. What do we have? A Ravenous Rats. Yeah, no cards in hand. And this is just going to be some chump blocks. Going down to 1. That shuts off his Sulphurous Springs from being able to be used with the Grim Lavamancer. He really needs a mountain here. He doesn't. He has a handshake, though, to congratulate Tom winning round 1, the ELD Premodern Open. Check back tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching.